Welcome friends and guests to Gallery of the Park. My name is Renee Friesen, and it is my sincere pleasure and honor to be the curator and gallery manager here. We are so glad that you all could join us, and we hope that you will find time to take in both our beautiful sculpture garden and the indoor gallery this evening. Gallery in the Park is located on Treaty 1 territory, the ancestral and traditional homeland of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Dakota, Dene, Métis, and Oji-Cree nations. Here at Gallery in the Park in the town of Altona, acknowledging this place as Treaty 1 territory is about being clear and accurate about the history and the original peoples of this land. It is also an expression of respect and appreciation for Indigenous peoples and the communities who have cared for and continue to care for this land. A few brief housekeeping things before we get started. After the formal part of this evening, we invite you to tour the gallery and the grounds at your leisure. All three of our exhibiting artists and artist groups are here, so we're very excited about that, and they are ready to engage you in conversation about their work. Our wonderful staff and volunteers are here to serve you as well. Please make sure you hand them your empty glasses, don't leave any outside, and there are garbage and recycling bins here outside, but also indoors, as well as the washroom is located indoors. We do have another music night planned for next Thursday, August 16th, featuring the very talented Brett Schultz and his band, so we hope to see a full house for that. Should be a great night. And our 5th annual Blue House Market will be coming up on Saturday, September 12th, during the Pembina Valley Studio Tour. This is always a fun day, one of the busiest days of the year, so check out the assortment of local artists and artisans during the Pembina Valley Studio Tour. I would like to take a moment to briefly introduce and thank our staff and committee members. They are a huge part of what goes on here behind the scenes year-round at Gallery in the Park. If you're here, please give a wave when I introduce you. Our gallery staff: Megan Funk, Alice Wiebe. I wanted to see the waves over there. They are over there. Nicole Schellenberg and Abby Hildebrand. I am so grateful to all of them for their hard work and positivity. I'm probably biased, but we really do have the best staff. The Gallery in the Park Committee: Al Friesen, Eric Hildebrand, Brittany Winkler, Terry Fair, Tammy Braun, Andrea Clausen, Amanda Schwartz, Marguerite Cron, and Jill Ferris. Every one of these committee members is key to keeping our gallery operational. A separate and additional thanks goes to Eric, Brittany, and Cody from the Town of Altona Recreation Department for all of their ongoing help and admin work. They graciously assist us on a daily basis, and we really appreciate all they do for the gallery. The maintenance crew consists of Steve, David, Ethan, and their summer team for helping with the ongoing maintenance needs of the gallery. We always appreciate their help. They do a great job. A special big thanks to our groundskeeper, Jeff Dorge, for keeping our space looking so beautiful. He's at the back there. Maintaining these grounds is a massive job, so big thanks to Jeff. Tonight we are celebrating our 2026 Season 2 opening with 3 unique exhibitions, all showcasing different styles, mediums, and messages. Artists, if you are here, please give a little wave when I introduce you. Upstairs we have the Fiber Art Divas. The Fiber Art Divas formed as a group in 2014 to share their mutual interest in the fiber arts. The group is made up of 17 Manitoba fiber artists from Manitou, Oak Bluff, St. Claude, Carman, Headingley, Springfield, and Winnipeg. This group has created a collection of 21 fiber artworks representing the theme Moments. Each piece depicts a moment in time significant to the artist. 10 of the 17 are represented in moments. They are Susan Selby, Geisha Barron, Val Wilson, Rosalind Sims, Heather Glaser, Kathy Ugrin, Pat Findley, Linda Matchless, Adeline Selwood, and Frances Hawk. Some of which are over there. I don't know if you waved, but they're over there. Also upstairs, we have Greta Lepke, who many of you know and love. Greta is a long-term resident of Altona, and she has exhibited in the Penticton Art Gallery, Summerland Art Gallery, Peachland Art Gallery, Artisans of the Okanagan and Apex Ski Resort, as well as the Summerland Waterfront Resort, where she has been the artist in residence and facilitated workshops with guests since 2015. We are so proud to be hosting Greta's exhibit, People Build Houses, Families Build Homes, a collection of 16 character homes found right here in Altona, painted in a whimsical style. These houses, as the title of the exhibition indicates, were built by people but are lived in by families. And on the main floor, we have Genevieve Henderson exhibiting Quietude, a collection showcasing her distinctive signature style of passionate color. Genevieve uses narratives, poems, and quotes as adjuncts to her paintings to tell stories, provoke thoughts, and express her views of life. I would like to invite Genevieve up to speak a bit about her exhibition, as well as the poets who have written pieces which correspond to several of Genevieve's artworks. Genevieve?
Welcome, everyone. I can't begin to tell you how absolutely delighted and over the moon I am to be here at Gallery in the Park. This is my third solo art exhibit, and each time I've been here, I feel so welcomed by the friends of the gallery, citizens and residents of Altona, and also my friends and family and co-artists. I present you my show, Quietude, with a sense of joy and great honor. Thank you for the privilege. And thank you particularly to the staff of the gallery, Renee and Megan and Nicole, for their great assistance. I also want to thank the fiber art divas and Greta Lepke. I wasn't sure if I heard that or not. Are you from Springfield? No? Oh, I must be hearing things. I thought you were from my home district, Springfield, outside of Winnipeg, Manitoba, where I live on a semi-rural property, which allows me opportunities for quietude, by the way. So the evening lineup in terms of quietude will be, after I've said a few words here, is to make space and room for my delightful colleagues. I call anyone who is supportive of my art angels, and these are people who genuinely step forward and assist me in accomplishing what I'm hoping to convey as an artist. And so tonight we're going to actually have the pleasure of having three poets recite their poems that they've written specifically for this exhibit. When I asked them if they would be interested, the response always is so enthusiastic, and I'm just so grateful for them. I don't even really have the words to express my delight. So we will have three poets, and they will be Liz Cornelson, Anne Friesen, and Luann Hebert. They will also give a very brief introduction and rationale behind why they've written their poems for this exhibition. When we progress to the gallery, we have another delightful and magical surprise, and that is Brian Longfield. I'm sorry, Brian. How silly. And Charla, his partner, who will be doing a dance in front of the main feature, which is a hanging tapestry, which is so special to me. So you can look forward to that. And what are these moments giving you? They're giving you moments of quietude. And you might ask, what is that word, quietude? It's not like something we actually speak about on a conversational or even on a daily level. What is the meaning of quietude? Well, the first impulse is to say, well, it's silence. It's quiet. There's no noise. In fact, it's something else. It's a state somewhere between our memory and our imagination. It implies tranquility, serenity, or peacefulness. It's reflective, meditative, and it's a state of inner calm or stillness, incorporating all of our senses, our hearing, our feeling, seeing, all of our senses are engaged. Now, that sounds pretty simple, and as I was saying to an interviewer earlier, is that you actually pay big money to go away to, retreats, and they offer you yoga and meditation and et cetera, and you pay big bucks. What if we were able to incorporate those moments and embrace them within ourselves daily? And I think it is not only a necessary thing, but also a critical thing. Think about our world for a moment. Now, those of us who are sitting here right now in this beautiful garden, sculptural garden, can hear birds and, it's relatively quiet. It's a beautiful moment. And you've come for this experience. You want to see the art. You want to be able to see different shapes and forms and lines and concepts and ideas. And you want to immerse yourself. You want to get away from the day-to-day world grind of how many things can we list? Anyone have any ideas? Noise pollution, climate change, industrial noise, pollution, including air and with wildfires, with the political uncertainty, with the language, so on and so on. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm turning off my news. I sort of read a headline and boop, off it goes. I used to want to sit and discuss political issues and the problems of the world. After all, I dealt with them too on a personal level. I was a social worker for 30 years. I specialized in pediatric social work, working with children for 30 years. I worked as a play therapist. My job when a child was diagnosed with a terminal or chronic illness was to work with them on drawings, art, reading books, learning how to relax. And I saw the power of it. I saw how a child who's very anxious could have that lowered a number of degrees where at least it was manageable, that would give them just time to absorb that and to move on with life. So it was critical and essential. We have studies to show that this kind of quietude, these moments of calm, of stillness, of observing, of really focusing and meditating on objects or all sorts of things, whether it's a book, art, etc., and noticing everything in life. I know as a painter, I experience that, and I experience this often. And I wonder, and those of us who are artists, quilters, dancers, musicians, when we're engaged in our art, it's almost addictive. I mean, it's a good addiction to have, of course, but it's why does it pull us? Why does it feel so magnetic? It is for the very reasons that I've outlined. So I wish to say that we can experience this through spiritual, poetic, musical, artistic experiences, and also the dream state. And on that note, I would say what is necessary for us tonight is to go to the next artists, who are the poets. And I'd like to bring up Liz Cornelson, Anne Friesen, and Luann Hebert. If you could just at least take a seat closer here and introduce yourself and let us know why you've written your poems.
I am so excited to be here, to be part of Genevieve's amazing, innovative exhibit, and to be reading a poem in this beautiful garden setting. The title of the poem I'm reading is called Play Me a Rose, and the painting that inspired this is, and I think I'm pretty accurate in saying this, the painting, Dream, this poem is based on, is the sexiest painting in the entire exhibit. If you haven't caught up to it, go find it later. Play me a rose. Paint me a posy of pansies in brush strokes, supple and light, splashes of sun with purple and white. A message. I'm thinking of you. Dance me a poppy, the sway of willowy stem, the ripple of luminous red, our feet as light as breath. Pen me a hillside of daisies, spill out your ink wild and free, petal by petal, word by word, spelling pure joy at being alive together. Play me a rose, an adagio, reflecting the layers of delicate petals, deep notes resounding to the depth of my core. Thank you.
Hi. Oh, is that good or bad? That's good. Okay. It's just right for my height. I'm Anne Friesen, and I also am honored and delighted to be part of this event with Genevieve. I've known her for a few years now and really enjoyed watching her explore the intersection between the various artistic expressions, and to have painting and sculpture and poetry and dance and music together is just wonderful. I was going to say magical, but she's already used that word, I think. I've long felt that we all have a longing for a connection, for a relationship with the natural world around us. And I see an exuberant striving for this connection in Genevieve's work, especially her floral paintings for me. They strike a warm chord, and I have responded to that with 3 floral poems, and I'll just read 2 of them for you now. One of them, the other one's posted, but I hope we have some vegetable gardeners out there, because this one is for you. How I wait. How I wait for that first bright, powdery, yellow, orange zucchini flower. After the hoeing and tilling and strings and stakes, the weeding and hilling and seed packets on the ground, the hoses and pumps and sniffing the air, sun up and down, skies blue and gray, and rain? Maybe. That bold broadcast of bounty, that trumpet blast of a flower. How I wait. And my second poem, a little bit of a different theme. If you seek a relationship with a flower, you must first watch it from a distance. If at all possible, find it as a plump bud and witness its tender opening. When your eyes are saturated and you can't stand it anymore, you may approach it with your nose. Your chest will fall and rise, and you will know its own unique glory. Only then should you dare to touch it. But your fingers will seem too clumsy, too brutish. It will only remain, when no one is looking, to brush your lips ever so softly to the velvet petals. Yes, a kiss. It is the only way.
Hi, my name is Luann Hebert, and it is definitely a privilege to be here, an honor to be here. Thank you, Genevieve, for the invitation of participating in this beautiful event, a beautiful location. Just the beauty around is just wonderful. I won't say a lot about my poems, other than, a lot of people have already talked about the privilege of being able to use different kinds of art forms to kind of speak to each other and broaden our ideas and use our imaginations. And so I'll identify the piece of artwork that each poem relates to. All right. The first one is the side one of the tapestry with all the big, beautiful flowers. The poem is called Floral Fields. Oh, to stroll through floral fields, blooms tall as sunflowers in August. To be face to face with jocund pansies, grand gerbera, and dancing daisies. To breathe the reckless scent of blush pink lilies, or white tuberose blooms nuzzling the starlight. Here the mind rests awash with dreams, enthralled in a realm radiant with delight. Here peace and quietude reign, where soul's Sabbath flourishes, climbing high above worry weeds and greedy vines that so easily entangle. We pause now to inhale deeply the abundant breath of life. The colors of dream, based on the dream images of your painting. Close your eyes to the crimson rush and run that daylight stresses. Unlock the mind's eye like liquid sun, let reverie seep in. Let the razzle dazzle behind your drowsy eyelids. Blanket your dreams, soft and cozy beneath imagination's heat. Connect the dots from dusk to dawn, drawn from drumfire to birdsong. Plunge into pools where ginger stars and blue moons play. At the verge of dark, you will drown in luminous colors of dream. And finally, it starts with a seed, Miracles in the Garden. It starts with a seed, tiny and down to earth, splits in darkness and dies for the sake of a tender green shoot, unfurling sunward its petals brimful of color. It starts with a seed, a tiny and wondrous impulse. In darkness, a notion sprouts green, brilliant brush strokes unfurl, and party-colored blossoms congregate on canvas. A garden of faces, seized in wonder, split open with smiles, or brim with tender tears. These giant flowers, large as the heart, bloom joy. Truth is, seeds of beauty cannot stay hidden. Thank you.
Thank you for that. A big congratulations to all of our artists. It has been exciting to curate your beautiful work. So a big round of applause to all. And to you, our friends of the gallery and our donors, a massive thank you for your ongoing support and enthusiasm for this space, for the arts in Altona, and for your presence here this evening. We are always so grateful. That doesn't stop, because without you, none of this would be possible. Now I invite you to relax and enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the hors d'oeuvres inside that have been catered by Susie Auntie Braun. And thank you again so very much for being here. Enjoy.
Thank